Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Balance of Opinion Sports Podcast with your guy, KECG, where my new slogan is accountability is kryptonite to those who can't be accountable. And my famo.
Yo, it's your boy Da Vinci, starve the ego, feed the soul. You done know.
You know. Me, Calgary's crazy right now, you know. One minute we had a nice Chinook, you know what I mean, plus 10, all this stuff. Now it's mere cold and snow, dog. Like it's depressing, you know? But it's February's almost done. We're getting close to March. I'd say like mid-April we'll be back to the heat and people complaining, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I'm saying? It's like, listen, let's get it straight. I never complain about the heat. Me still rocking a hoodie with, plus 30. Love it.
Yeah.
I would always cry in the cold. But hey, we gotta appreciate it though, because you remember back in our days, there was no such thing as Chinook. It was minus 25, 30 the whole winter.
Right? But the world's changing, man, you know?
Yeah.
You know, we're trying to go green now, EV cars and all that, because we weren't expecting for the weather to change and the glaciers. But anyways, this is supposed to be a sports show. My bad, people. I'm on my daily rant. Let's get it started. Top 5 championships. Now, this is going to be NBA based, people. We might dibble into other sports. This one is a little test run to see what's going on with it. Let's pull it up here. So, well, you want to go 7 years? Because I'd like to start from the Raptors and go up, right? And then have my top 5 that way.
Oh, you like to rank? Okay.
So, which championship for you would be number 1?
Oh, we're going right off the top, eh?
Which championship for you would be number 1?
Oh, man. Jeez.
I feel like maybe 2 of these championships are like super clean.
I would say like super clean.
Yeah, what I mean by super clean, like there wasn't really no injuries, nothing. Like it was a straight up, like they just got beat.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But that's also, you can put that in there too. I agree with that. I also agree with it. Like, for me, I really like the Oklahoma championship, and my reason is it was all homegrown talent. They built that team from scratch. You know what I'm saying? There was no big trades or nothing. That's why I like that championship a lot.
You know what? I can second that. I was gonna go the Raptors because they're never gonna see another one again. But the Raptors championship, for people who don't know me, yes, I pay attention to the context and details just like Da Vinci, and I feel like it's tainted. And the reason why I say it's tainted is because it took 2 injuries for them to beat them. 2 injuries and a trade, right? Kawhi, who traveled in the Philly series to win it, you know what I mean? And then we see KD was serious. Like I'm not gonna go crazy and be like, oh, if KD never got injured, we would have beat him. No, KD was serious, but Clay right after that, they could have won games. They could have won 7 games. I'm not saying they would have beat him, but they could have won 7 games if Clay was there.
Oh, you know by the way, viewers and fans, he's a Warriors fan, though.
Yes, and I'm a Steph Curry fan as well, and I'm a fan of the NBA now. I have a Warriors jersey, that my Richardson one. You know what I mean? It's not like I have like a Curry jersey. I have a jersey before Curry was even there. So, I'm talking about the Run TMC days and shit. You know what I'm saying? You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
So, okay. I'm homegrown in that one like I am with the Lakers. But, yeah, I was second yours, but I'd probably say the Raptors number 1 for me.
Number 1? Wow.
Because they'll never see another one. It's the one
That's
only
a
one
bold
they'll ever
statement.
Get.
That is a bold statement, fam.
It is, but I mean, how long have they been in the league? How many times have they traded away good players to try to build up whatever? How many times did LeBron beat them in the weaker Eastern Conference? How many times have they shown flashes of being something
Well,
and
that is
then being
okay. To be fair, they have not had a complete team or good team other than the Kawhi team or the Vince Carter team that went to the conference final. Was it conference finals when they met
hold
up
on?
with
So you're gonna
AI?
tell me Demar and Laurie wasn't good for all those years that LeBron was busting their ass in the second round?
They were a good team, but they were not championship competitive, championship contender teams. Let's be real. We're not even going to go there with that. They were decent teams, but they were not even close.
Okay, well, my number one will be the Raptors. Your number one is OKC, right?
Yeah, it was hard because I really like that Golden State 2022 championship.
Oh yeah, definitely, definitely. And
Yeah,
see, I could have been a homer and put them as number one, but they're
yeah,
actually my number two. You know what I mean? Yes, I know people. You're gonna say, "How the heck are you gonna leave OKC out of the top two?" Because I'll tell y'all why they're where they're at. But yeah, for me, number two will be Golden State. You know what I mean? Just because Steph showed, hey, listen, I'm nearing the end of the road. They went on a run, yes, just like any other team. There was injuries and stuff that kind of helped them get to the finals, but that finals was a clean finals, and like I said, clean, like OKC, no, not OKC, like another team, the other two teams. There wasn't any injuries that kind of helped them get over the hump. It was what
yeah,
team was better, what team was hot, what team was glued together at the right time and made it happen. That's how I feel.
yeah. Listen, and Steph Curry had a phenomenal season in that one too. So when we talk about that championship, and look what it beat. They beat a very young, talented Boston team loaded with young stars.
Yeah,
So, I mean, and 1 year after that, who won? Boston won. So it's like
for
it
sure. I'm
shows that.
sorry, people, if you guys are hearing this weird sound in the background. These guys are actually blowing snow from my area. You know, I live in a townhouse, so they out here doing their job finally at
Uh,
10 o'clock in the morning, 11 o'clock in the morning. Instead of letting all the snow finish and then doing it around like 3 o'clock. No, no, no. They got to come at a certain time. So I apologize if you
hey,
guys are hearing that in the
at
background.
least they're not coming at eight. At least they're not coming at eight, brother.
Oh, if they came at 8, I would have been awake. Yeah, I wouldn't have woke up so damn late. My bad.
Yeah.
So that's your number two, the Warriors.
Yes, I'm gonna go to the Warriors championship. Yeah.
Okay, my number three will be the Milwaukee Bucks,
Ooh, that's a good one.
and the reason why I give the Bucks that championship, it was lit. Like, yes, Giannis had a team, but I don't care if nobody says Giannis himself wanted that championship and was not going to let it slip out of his grasp. You remember when he had the knee injury, right? And this is like when we kind of first, well, not first, but around the time where we first kind of started potting heavy.
Yeah,
And we were
yeah.
doing it on stereo, and there was like 10 of us in the room, which I missed. I wish we could have done that like this via video somehow. But I was saying Giannis is done for the playoffs. Remember when he
Yeah.
hyperextended his? I was like, I don't want to see him come back and a worse injury happen. And that man made sure that he was there to capture that championship. The block heard around the world when he blocked that alley oop dunk Aiden had. Do you know what I mean? To secure the win and defeat Phoenix. You know. So yeah, the third one is definitely the Milwaukee Bucks for me.
Well, also it's like you got to understand too. They faced problems in that series because they were down 2-0-2, right? So they
Yep.
faced a lot of problems, and for them to come back, and they faced a very talented team. So the only reason Booker doesn't have a championship and Chris Paul doesn't have a championship is because they run
It's
into Giannis.
Yeah, because Giannis said,
That's it,
no, 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 not in my house. he said,
right?
why are you running? Huh? Why are you running?
Yeah, and what's his name too? They run into Giannis. Shout out Drew Holiday, of course.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Um,
saying. Like, he had a team.
Middleton. He had him.
Yeah,
Yes,
I'm not going to
Middleton.
poo poo on them. He had a team.
Yeah. So
And I think Portis was part of that one too. Bobby was there, wasn't
yeah, I think so.
he? Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Bobby was
Yeah.
there. And so was
Okay.
one of the Lopez twins too, right? Like he
Yeah.
had a squad that was mature and ready for the moment. I'm just saying he took him over the top. Because if he hadn't played because of that injury, they would have lost that series. There's no doubt about it. And if he didn't come back in the fashion that he came back in, like I said, it was like not with a reckless abandonment, but he was like so hungry for the championship, he was willing to do anything for it. He was, you know what I mean? The starter, the igniter, you know what I mean?
He played out of his mind in that series.
He
was all over the place. He was giving Ayton fits.
Woo! Hey. He's going to work.
Okay, so that's your number 3.
Yes, sir.
That's your number 3. Okay.
I'll put it back up. Number 3. You want to see it again? Yeah.
Oh no, so you took Toronto. Mm-hmm. I think you took the Warriors second.
Yep.
And now you're taking Milwaukee. Okay. I'm gonna have to go with Boston Celtics, 24.
Hey, hold on.
Yeah. Hold on. It's hard. It's very, very hard to say. And people who know me should understand that.
This guy, the Lakers homer, picked Boston. There's numerous podcasts, and I hate to interrupt. Numerous podcasts where this guy says, "F Boston as a city, part of a state, a group, a lady." He went full Tupac, and this guy said, Boston." Wow, you're gonna have to really let me get a good seat here. Get my popcorn ready. And you gotta explain to me why you would pick Boston number 3.
And it's still fuck Boston for life. But it is. But hey,
this guy's crazy.
We're being professionals, right? We keep it real, right? This is why I'm doing. So I give it to them because if you look at Boston, they beat Luka and they beat Kyrie. Right? That team was hot.
They were,
and it's not just how they beat them. They dominate those guys. They shut Luka down. Right?
Yes. And my argument for that championship, you know what? I'm gonna let you go first. Do what you're doing. Sorry.
Yeah. So
I have to learn to stop interrupting.
I didn't want them to win it all, of course, but I thought they played phenomenal basketball. I thought from the coaching schemes that Joel put up, from the play of Tatum, Brown, and everybody else, I thought it was a good championship. And I thought, like, if anybody other than the Celtics would have went up against the Mavericks, I think the Mavericks would have won. Am I wrong for saying that?
No, but the thing with the Mavericks is, and yet again, I'm not going to poo-poo on Kyrie because Kyrie does play defense when he wants to. Luka was never known for playing defense. That team that was constructed around him at that time with Kyrie was pretty much almost like the AI blueprint. Guy, incredibly offensive genius who could pass, assist, score, rebound, blase, and then put defenders around him to help with his inadequate deficiency defensively. Do you know what I mean? Because we all know Luka don't play no defense.
Yeah,
so,
facts.
The Boston Celtics beating the hell out of him. Well, yeah, because guess what the Boston Celtics brand was? Defense first, offense later. And then you had 5 guys that can shoot threes. So go ahead and play stupid. You got to guard everybody. So Luka, they were playing pass Luka around and bust him up. You know what I mean? He was getting put in a pack every 5 seconds. You know, every possession they put Luka in the pack and smoking him. You know what I mean? They were doing that with Kyrie. Not saying Kyrie's like some crazy defensive stopper, but he plays defense when he needs to. You know what I'm saying? Like, he wasn't the problem. And I'm not poo-pooing on that pick. Like, to be honest, that's pretty fair to say. Like, those young guys, they showed maturation all the way up until that championship. Because, you know what I mean? Yep. First it was LeBron was busting their ass. Then, injuries. Then, having to move pieces around to make the team fit. You know what I mean? And getting the right people at the right time. Because remember, this championship was brought on by having who? Who was their point guard that they had, Da Vinci? I just want you to let the people know. We was just talking about him with the pick that I made.
Oh yeah, yeah. It was a different.
Jrue Holiday, right?
Yeah, it was day and night. Milwaukee lost Jrue Holiday. They drop. Boston picks them up. They move up.
So, you know what I mean? Yet again, when we talk about coaching and players and system, all these things maturate and matter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And for the Celtics, that year, it mattered. Everything came together. So I'm not gonna poo-poo on that pick. It's just Dallas. I don't feel. I mean, 4-1. Come on, man. Like that was a mercy kill, bro. You know when you're hunting and you hit the deer in the wrong spot, and the deer's like sitting and looking at you, and you're like, you know what? Before this thing even knows what's going on, just close his eyes and old yeller it. You know what I'm saying? But it is a good pick.
Because hey, if you look who Dallas got to the finals, they beat very good teams to get to the finals.
They did, but
Right?
those teams didn't play the defense that Boston played. Those
Boston.
teams didn't have Boston's system, mentality, or chutzpah.
Look, everything you said, breaking it down, is exactly what they don't have, and it's exactly why I chose Boston when you were describing that.
Oh, I feel you. Okay, so now people want to know who my fourth pick is. It's obviously going to be Oklahoma City. I'm happy for them. This is not to discourage anybody or to discourage that team. They just like my Warriors' first championship. Injuries played a part in how they won. Just like what I said when it comes to the Raptors beating the Warriors, right? Not saying that the OKC wouldn't have beat the Pacers. All I'm saying is, if Halliburton doesn't go down, we might still be playing that series because they would have went back and forth. Well, actually, OKC probably would have still won. It would have been 7 games, but they had stiff competition. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And yeah, I should put them number 1 to be that type of guy, but no, they're my number 4th. I give them nothing but claps and kudos. This year looks like they're gonna try to run it back. There hasn't, for people who are living underneath the rock, there hasn't been a back-to-back championship team since my Warriors. So, if OKC is able to do it, I'm not gonna say they are a dynasty, but I'm going to say that they're on the verge of becoming one, especially if they're able to do what only 2 players or 2 teams have done in the NBA ever, which is 3-peat. So
Yeah.
they're my top 4 championships in the last 7 years. I'm giving it to OKC at number 4.
Oh, okay. Number 4. Oh boy. I am choosing for my next one Milwaukee Bucks.
Okay, the Bucks. Why you put them
Yeah.
at 4?
Why I put them at 4?
Yeah.
I don't know. I just put them at 4 because listen, I thought it was a very good series. Obviously I was rooting for the Phoenix Suns because everybody knows I'm a big fan of Devin Booker.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just thought the way Giannis played, the way Jrue Holiday played, Middleton, like for them to come back from 0-2 and win so many games in a row was pretty crazy to me. When 4 games in a row in the NBA Finals, that was phenomenal. Yeah, so I don't know. I like the championship. I liked it. I'm glad Giannis won. But yeah, number 4.
Okay. Well, my number 5 is going to be the Nuggets. And I purposely picked the Nuggets because I'm not picking that Mickey Mouse championship.
I knew it. I
Can't give
knew
it to
was
you.
coming.
Couldn't do it for you. The Nuggets, the one time that they got it, praise be the Joker, praise be the freaking the Maple Mamba, you know, the boy there, Murray. This is when Portis Jr., Michael Porter Jr., was a commodity. They had the right seasoning, the right ingredients. Shouts out to Mike Millett, the coach. Um, they they did everything they were supposed to do. Yes, it was a clean sweep 4-1. They beat Miami. Miami didn't really have a chance in this one, just like they didn't with the Lakers. You know what I mean? I'm not going to act like they were supposed to be, you know what I mean? Like this was a walk in the park. The difference was the Lakers, nobody was really there. We was just watching it on the TV. This one, it was almost like, you ever seen Spartacus? The Gladiators? There was the arena, the Denver Nuggets walked in, you know what I mean? OKC or the Miami walked in and they just beheaded them. You know what I mean? It was
Mm.
they showed a little bit of showmanship, giving them one game with Jimmy, and then they said, you know what, Jimmy's about time you shut it down for the year. 1, 2, 3, Cancun. Um, yeah, so that'll be my top 5 for sure.
Okay. My next is yes, Mickey Mouse Championship.
Well, you're a
I
Laker homer, so obviously you had to pick that one, right? If you didn't have them in there, I mean, you picked Boston. There's no way, and you put Boston ahead of them too. That's crazy, huh?
because it was a better championship. I'm just being real.
Okay.
Like, hey, fuck Boston. But
From a
I'm
fan
just be-
perspective, people, just so you know, we are fans of the game. So if you guys think that our ranking is messed up, get down in the comments below. Let us know. You know what I mean? But sorry, go ahead, Da Vinci.
I mean, everybody. It's this list is like everybody can rank their list how they wanted to. So they just got to point out different things that they took away from all those championships. So it is what it is. But I'm taking the Mickey Mouse, as you call it, championship. Uh, Reasons is it's not as easy as people thought it was. I mean, it was a very rough time for a lot of people in the world.
Yeah, it was.
So it was. And to be fair, there was some great basketball played in that. There was
Yeah,
some
that
good
bubble,
moments. Yeah, in
that
the bubble.
playoffs, it was.
It
The
was some great
Clippers peed
basketball.
and pooped and rolled in the bed, gave up. Well, they had Doc
Hey,
Rivers. I mean, what do you expect?
well, Doc Rivers always getting them strays, bro. Them hot strays always
I'm just
coming from you,
saying,
Doc.
man. He got lighting the bottle with Boston. Every other team that he's had talent. Like, tell me one team that he's coached since he left Boston that didn't have talent. Just tell me one.
There's none. There's none because they all
So
have
what's
talent.
their excuse for blowing 4-1 or 3-1 leads?
A coach that can make adjustments and
Ah,
yeah, yeah.
ah.
If you know, you know. Well, yeah, like I'm saying. So yeah, there was some great basketball played. I mean, that Devin Booker shot is still famous. That fadeaway. Um, so yeah, I give it, and I think that Miami team was much better than the one that beat Denver beat.
Oh, probably give or
Yeah.
take. I mean, I would say they were more rested because nobody could go anywhere, right? Like that was another reason why the bubble for some people was good and bad. It was like it was good in the sense of like we seen fresh players performing
Mm-hmm.
regularly.
Yeah.
They didn't have to deal with the flight. But then on the other hand, it was like, well, they should be performing at this level because they don't have to fly back and forth and time at the airport, jet lag, whatever the case is. There was no adversity
Yeah.
for them to
Yeah.
overcome other than playing on the court, right?
Yeah. So it was like you can pick your poison with that one. It's either you can pick the good or you can pick the bad about it
Right?
with that championship. But yeah, so I guess I'm picking the good on that one. Well, yeah, yeah, I like that championship, and it's for what I said, not because I'm a Laker fan. I think they had to go through some hard times,
Yeah,
just like
AD
everybody else.
saved LeBron's bacon, as it's known through his. Which you know what, we'll probably have a conversation about that here in a little bit. I seen some more stuff, and me and you were talking yesterday. I just feel like I need to get some more of this off of my chest. But continue, sir.
Yeah, so that's why I picked that championship. And yeah, that's my fifth.
Okay. All right. You let us know what you guys think in the comments down below. It'll be much appreciated. You know what I'm saying? Let us know what your top 5 is. from the last 7 years. Because, once you go past 7 years, it's my Golden State Warriors, so there's no point. Last 7 years, there's numerous teams, players that you can bank on and give us your breakdown on why they made it, okay? All right.